Hey guys, it is March 14th, 2016. So it's my Monday. That's why I'm recording the video. It's kind of a busy week. Um, what did we have going on? So my wife and I, we kind of decided that we were going to look at redoing our deck. And by that I mean getting some patio furniture that fits our deck better, provides us storage, that kind of thing. Get a smaller barbecue, etc. Not actually rebuild the deck. We can't. It's part of the strata. So, anyways, and it doesn't really matter. Our deck's in good shape, anyways. So, the fun challenge for us is that our deck is 8 feet by like 12 to 14 feet. It's not very big. And right now, basically, it's kids' storage for their outside toys and wagons and bikes and things, and our barbecue, and that's like about it. And this kind of all came about because the Strata was fixing our rain gutters. So they had a company come in. They kind of looked at the gutters last fall, cleared them out. They said, well, they'll come back in the spring, which they did. They came back, I don't know, a week ago, I guess, and took a look at them again over from the winter, because what we had was an issue of water coming over the gutters and into our back door, and along with our neighbors right next to us, they were starting to have issues with water coming in their back door because it was just the sheer volume that was coming off of the roof. So they talked it over with the Strata manager, and they decided to put in another rain gutter. That's great, no problem. Except for you needed access to my back deck. And I had on my back deck for the last 6 years 2 barbecue canopy covers, metal frame, canvas roof, right? Well, after 6 years of being out in the sun and the rain, the snow, all that, the covers have disintegrated. They've ripped, they've torn, put holes in them, etc. They're garbage. Problem has been that I can't find new covers. Because it's like 4 feet by 8 feet or 5 feet by 8 feet, something like that. It's kind of an oddball size. I can't find new covers anywhere. Okay, so now we got to figure out what we're going to do, because my house faces kind of southeast, so it's not bad this time of year, but another month or two the sun's going to be out full time, and my house just gets hammered all day long with sun. So it's kind of nice to have on our back deck some kind of shading. So we went and looked for a canopy for the deck. So we're kind of stuck to like 8 by 8 or better. We can't go obviously any wider than 8 feet because it doesn't fit, which is fine and everything like that, but I can't find anything. We found one yesterday. They wanted $180 for it, which isn't bad. But we kind of were going, well, do we want another canopy up there with all the legs and things in the way and stuff like that, because it's such a small space to start with. So we kind of decided to go with an offset umbrella. So I'm sure you guys have seen them, where it overhangs and sits kind of one side or the other of the deck. So we're going to look at getting one of those. It'll be easier to replace, and it opens up the deck basically the whole time. What was the other thing we did? Oh, we so now I got to take down these canopies. Back to why I had to take down one of the canopies for the guys to do the gutters, and that's how we discovered they were just completely garbage. They just disintegrated as soon as I started to take it apart. So anyways, they're garbage, going to be replaced with an umbrella or something better. So what was the other thing? The kids. We used to have on our deck 2 massive plastic planters with dirt in them. And the girls would love to go out and play in the dirt and get all messy, and they would throw dirt everywhere. Not that big a deal, but because it was potting soil, if it got wet or something like that, it turned to mud, and then they were tracking that into the house. It just made a mess. So they used to have a water table, but when I was kind of doing some cleanup this year, I discovered that the water table had cracked and wasn't going to hold water, so it was garbage. That's fine. We'd gotten, I don't know, 4 years out of it or something silly like that. It was a pretty good amount of time that we'd had it, so considering it stays outside all year round in the sun. So we went and looked at getting a new water table for the girls. Water and sand table, and it was going to be like $70 to do this, and it was insane, and it wasn't really all that much better than what we had in the first place. So we hummed and hawed and said, well, it's not really worth spending $70 on a sand table, because then you still have to get the sand, and that's another $8 to $10. So I decided I was going to build them something. So I built them a couple out of Rubbermaid tubs and a couple 2x4s and a 2x8 kind of thing. They actually worked out really well. The girls love them. Of course, they made a huge mess with the sand and discovered some dirt that somehow I'd missed when I did the cleanup and transfer and stuff. So anyways, the deck's a mess again, but no big deal. We'll fix that. So that kind of eliminates one of the big problems with the mess and everything like that. So now we got to get the canopies down, get the umbrella up, and we'll start there. Then the next thing will be getting storage benches and stuff like that to start getting the toys put away, out of the way, because we still have to have the toys, obviously. The girls need to be able to play outside. We just have to figure out a better way of doing things so that Carol and I can use my wife and I can use the deck, and then the kids can still use it for playing on and stuff like that. Anyways, that's enough about the deck and stuff like that. What else has been going on? This weekend, so today is Monday the 14th, so I had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. So it happened to be hometown hockey this weekend in Penticton. It was being hosted in Penticton, which was really cool. So Saturday, that was held on Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, the weather was not the best. It was not really sunny and shining and nice that it had been all week. Even Friday had been really nice, which was unfortunate. But anyways, Saturday I went down to it, kind of checked it out, because the girls had a birthday party they had to go to, so they went to that. And then on it started to get really windy and cold, and they were going to come down after that, but it got windy and cold, so we went home and started doing cleaning and housework and stuff. On Sunday, we had my parents come down from Vernon, so they hung out with us for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, something like that, and had some fun with the girls and Logan and my son and all that. So they had a good time. We got to play outside a little bit, but before it got too cold. And when they went home, we went, as a family, went down to hometown hockey here. And that was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Checked everything out. I got to meet Andy Moog. That was cool. Yeah, it was just really fun. And then what did I do? Friday. Friday was tires. Because the weather's been so warm around here, like 17 degrees warm at times, it was too hot for the winter tires to stay on. Like I was saying last week, this car and our van, they don't leave the valley bottom right now. We don't go anywhere. We just go up and down the valley. So Friday I took off all the winter tires and put on the summers. So that's done. It's one big chore out of the way. It turned into a much bigger chore than it should have been. My hydraulic jack, simple car jack, I guess last year it twisted and it's just not going to work anymore. I tried to twist it back straight. It doesn't want to straighten out. So over the summer here, before next winter, I'm going to have to get a new car jack. And because I was having to do everything manually, it took a lot longer than it should have. So I'm gonna look for getting a electric impact gun this year. Because I live in a complex, so I can't really use air tools, and two, I don't have a compressor big enough to run an air impact gun. So I'll do electric. It's fine, no big deal. It'll still do the job. I'm not like I'm using it every single day. So, anyways, yeah. So that's the game plan. I've been feeling good. Yeah, I've got a doctor's appointment this week as a follow-up, so we'll see where that goes. Weather's been pretty nice today. It's kind of a mix of rain and sun and stuff like that. So, anyways, it's my Monday. It's off to work for the week. I'm going to continue on the deck, trying to figure out what we're going to do there, just to make it more, like I said, more functional for everybody. Because we just don't use it. We really should. So, anyways, you guys have a good week, and I will see you. I'll talk to you next Monday. Yeah, because I'm off Saturday, Sunday this week. So, I will talk to you next Monday, okay? Bye.